The IMF has unveiled a new global currency, the Universal Monetary Unit, that is supposed to revolutionize the world economy, and the Federal Reserve is launching an instant payment service, FedNow, in July 2023. The instant payment network will settle payments in seconds. IMF and DCMA, Digital Currency Monetary Authority, unveiled the Universal Monetary Unit to reinforce banking. Also referred to as Unicoin, the central bank digital currency, CBDC, aims to bolster monetary sovereignty while adhering to the IMF's recent crypto asset policy recommendations. Universal Monetary Unit, UMU, is symbolized as ANSI character U, is legally a monetary commodity, can transact in any legal tender settlement currency, and functions like a CBDC to enforce banking regulations and to protect the financial integrity of the international banking system. Unicoin, an international central bank digital currency, CBDC, that can transact SWIFT-like cross-border payments over digital currency rails, completely bypassing correspondent banking system at best priced wholesale FX rates and with instantaneous real-time settlement. According to Daryl Hubbard, the executive director of DCMA and the chief architect of UMU, this vision expressed by the IMF is the exact solution that DCMA is delivering to central banks worldwide. Here is the Universal Monetary Unit UMU money rates. Mobile to mobile digital cash, the best money rates worldwide, powered by artificial intelligence. Universal Monetary Unit. Digital Currency Monetary Authority debuts international CBDC to speed cross-border transactions. The UMU is an international version of a central bank digital currency, CBDC. Robert F. Kenedy Jr. tweeted, "The Fed just announced it will introduce its FedNow central bank digital currency, CBDC, in July. CBDCs grease the slippery slope to financial slavery and political tyranny. While cash transactions are anonymous, a CBDC allows the government to surveil all our private financial affairs. The central bank will have the power to enforce dollar limits on our transactions, restricting where you can send money, where you can spend it, and when money expires. A CBDC tied to digital ID and the social credit score will allow the government to freeze your assets or limit your spending to approved vendors if you fail to comply with arbitrary diktats, i.e., vaccine mandates. The Fed will initially limit CBDC to interbank transactions, but we should not be blind to the obvious danger that this is the first step in banning and seizing Bitcoin, as the Treasury did with gold 90 years ago in 1933. Watch as governments, which never let a good crisis go to waste, use COVID-19 and banking crisis to usher in a new wave of CBDCs as a safer haven from germ-laden paper currencies or as protection against bank runs. There is no time in history where the people who were censoring speech were the good guys. Robert F. Kenedy Jr. The LIBOR is switching to SOFR, on June 30th, 2023. Goodbye, LIBOR. Hello, SOFR. As of January 1st, 2022, the four non-US dollar LIBOR benchmark rates, the British pound, Japanese yen, Swiss franc, and euro, along with the 1 week and 2 month USD LIBOR, are no longer published. The end of these rates is part of the final cessation of LIBOR, and all remaining USD LIBOR rates will be discontinued after June 30th, 2023. What is SOFR? The Secured Overnight Financing Rate, SOFR, is JP Morgan's preferred alternative to USD LIBOR. All this financial mumbo-jumbo appears to be very convoluted, and therefore average Joe is simply not interested in finding out what is going on. However, it is very important to be aware and then to carefully observe how the world prison is coming into full view. It is also important to note that it is no longer small steps that are taken. We are seeing very big steps, and very soon the big steps will become giant leaps. There's no way to fix anything because everything in the matrix is rotten to the core. Most awakening individuals refuse to face that the end of Homo sapiens is here. When something is rotten, it cannot stop the decay process. However, out of that decay, new life emerges. Several spiritual seekers have offered us their explanations about the role of humanity. Other than Guy, those who enlightened me the most in my quest for truth were Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. It is impossible for us to grasp the reasons for the planned human extinction without first understanding who these two researchers were and what they accomplished during their most recent time on Earth. Let me introduce you to two true avatars. Not often do they incarnate on Earth. It is only after they are dead that one can usually understand the primary role they played in human evolution. So don't be surprised if you don't know Sri Aurobindo and Mother yet. Nothing better than to start with a photo of them. Death is not an inevitable thing. It is an accident that has always happened until now. We have put it in our head and in our will to overcome this accident and surmount it. But this is such a terrible, formidable battle against all the laws of nature, all collective suggestions, all earthly habits, that unless you are a first-class warrior and let nothing frighten you, it is better not to start the battle. You have to be an absolutely fearless hero because at every step and every second you have to fight a battle against all that is established. Mother interviews. The appearance of two avatars simultaneously is unheard of. The purpose of the avatar is to lead evolution. As Sri Aurobindo explained to us, the presence of two avatars, that of the Supreme Lord and that of the Supreme Mother, clearly shows us that the next evolutionary stage is fundamental. Its purpose is the manifestation of a new type of living matter, possessing all the attributes of the divine. We are living in a unique moment in universal history, which will only take place once, and which is currently taking place on Earth and nowhere else. What a thrilling adventure! Sri Aurobindo and Mother opened the way. It is not as if you have to cross impenetrable layers. The path is open, and then everything is possible. Sat Prem, Mother, or the mutation of death. Let's rejoice, because the absurd insanity we are experiencing is forcing more and more people to awaken. However, we must have compassion for those who are incapable of awakening, because the injections have created a separation from the individual soul. The only way out of the matrix is absolute non-compliance. The CBDCs will make it impossible to function in the system. I'm not interested in survival, which leads to inevitable death. I choose to live at all costs. I'm absolutely certain that the courageous ones must choose to get out of the matrix completely by November 2023. Please view the many videos I created on the time wave spirals. I was blessed because my jail experience forced me to leave Canada and what appeared to be a perfect life as a very successful dentist and mother of 2 wonderful children. One needs great courage to jump into the complete unknown, but it is an absolute necessity in this evolutionary crisis. Today, I'm in a position to assist individuals who choose life. Just 2 kilometers from our farm, I discovered a small development. One can purchase a lot of 1,000 meters square and a 3-bedroom house for $60,000 US at today's rate of exchange. While your home is under construction, you can start developing the agriculture of Sacha Inchi nut, avocados, pineapple, yucca, papaya, bananas, citrus fruit, and a vegetable garden. One can raise chickens and other small animals. A long-term stay at Cascada Cafe Retiro is $300 US per month. I also offer dentistry, including complex full-mouth reconstruction at a cost of 35% of European and North American prices. The global prison planet is being dismantled, and we have the honor of witnessing this. I conclude by encouraging you to continue your inner evolution despite the current world scenario, which can seem worrying when we forget that the divine is behind everything and that the supramental world is at our doorstep. Please share my videos. Infinite love.